We're accustomed to him in this big duel between Iowa State, aren't we, Doug?
That's a fact. That's a fall in 4 minutes and 24 seconds for Perry Summit over Matt Eglin. And now we go to 126. Brad Penrith of Iowa against Bill Kelly, two tough guys. Kelly has the single leg. He has the pick up. This is going to be a tough match. Kelly feels he has something to make up here.
We saw Penrith hit in deep on the double. Kelly countered him out. Great action.
Well, this is the way Iowa State has wrestled all year, actually. Very intense. The kind of intensity we're used to seeing all year long and still see from Iowa.
Well, he has the leg. He picked the ankle to start that, and now he still has the ankle pick, so Penrith can't finish it. As long as he keeps the hips low, drops the hips, Penrith won't be able to finish that. Now, see, Penrith got into the crotch. Now he can start to use that leverage against Kelly. He wanted to keep those hips down low.
Now the question is Penrith in a good enough position to avoid back points here? He's trying to reverse Kelly.
Well, Kelly really isn't putting him there. Penrith's pulling himself on around here. Depends on whether he can get that arm off the leg or not. You see his hand coming through to take it off. If he gets that, he's going to end up with a reversal, and Kelly keeps the hips down low. He's got a chance.
Actually, that little flip helped Kelly more than it did Penrith.
You bet.
So now all he can do is hope for a stalemate, and we've used up a lot of time, more than a minute of riding time for Kelly.
And he likes the leg. Penrith's got a lot of length.
Roll didn't work.
Well, he didn't get his head tucked on that attempted Granby, and this is Kelly's spot right here, where he feels good. See how Penrith counters out. See what he does.
Potentially dangerous.
Potentially dangerous, says Phil Henning. The crowd is in it at Iowa State because here we are at Hilton Coliseum. That's Dan Gable. He just saw his 118-pounder Matt Eglin get pinned. To start the meet, Perry Summit caught Eglin in a try for a carry. Got him flat on his back. And here we are at 126. Kelly leads 2-0 over Brad Penrith. Penrith is undefeated.
Iowa State, you got to move up.
Well, we saw this same thing here just a second ago. He put himself back in. I don't think Coach Gable's going to want him to be there very much. Now he's into the pry where he's got the head levered with the back of the elbow, and he's under the arm.
2, 3.
That count is
4.
To tell Kelly that he's going to have to move, or we're going to
stalemate.
Stalemate the position.
Well, he'll let him get there again, but it won't last too long.
That's Matt Eglin. He had trouble making weight today, and
I don't know if that made the difference in the match, but it might have had it gone on. But he put himself in that spot to get trapped there, and then it was over.
Here's Kelly trying to get a tilt on Penrith. Penrith managed to fight out of it.
He's keeping him where he wants him. He's keeping him down on the mat.
This is Brad Penrith. He's a
return him.
Good, tall, angular type, sophomore from Windsor, New York.
3, 4.
Well, he's a two-time state champion. So he's accustomed to tight matches. I'm not sure he's accustomed to them this big when there's this much pressure. He's never been there where he had to win because they're down by 6. It sometimes can tell in how an athlete will wrestle.
2, 3.
Kelly trying to do something work, make something else go. He changes position a little bit, takes the leg out, and that gets the referee away from him.
Yes, it does.
He has more than 2.5 minutes of riding time here.
Penrith has a good switch, but he hasn't been able to make it work yet because Kelly knows it's coming. He feels it. Penrith isn't getting his hips down and out on that switch.
Well, Kelly got a takedown with 13 seconds gone in the match, and he's ridden Penrith all the way since. Only 6 seconds remain in the first period.
Hey, top man, you're on.
They've done a great job so far in this match.
Iowa State 6, Iowa nothing after a big upset fall by Perry Summit at 118 pounds over Eglin. First period ends. Kelly 2, Penrith nothing.
Over here. Iowa State's choice.
Choice should go, I think, to
Iowa's choice.
To Penrith.
Up, down on your feet, defer.
Penrith is not quite sure what he wants to do.
He defers to you. Up, down, or on your feet.
So he defers. Kelly looks to his coach. What'll I do?
What do you choose? Iowa State takes down.
All right.
Well, this is a spot where Penrith feels comfortable. He's a good top man. He likes the leg as well. And part of the reason he's been so successful this year is he's good on top. And we'll see what he likes to do. He likes to come in this cross reach. You see him come across, then puts the legs on. Reaches across and blocks the arm, then gets the leg in. Now he's pretty successful. He's got a lot of length.
Locks up a cradle now on Kelly on the far side.
They pulled that out of there because Kelly started to control the leg.
Improve. 1, 2, 3.
This is Brad Penrith,
4.
sophomore at Iowa.
Stalemate.
He took over this position from Paul Glenn.
And Glenn was having a great year. You know, he moved in
yeah.
there after Eglin went down. He'd gone undefeated till lost this match in a tryout.
Tells you something about the competition in that wrestling room.
It certainly does.
And neither one of them was the man who started here. Eglin was up there at the beginning of the season. Now Kelly made a big first move.
Now what he has is he's got his hips up on top. Penrith's got his hips on the bottom. No good legger wants to be under, hips down. They always want that belly button. Up on top and toward the mat. Now I see him trying to pull himself up out of there. Kelly knows he's got to bring his hips across.
And a reversal for Kelly. Leads 4-0.
He's trying to put the leg back in himself, Doug.
Get a hand.
He kept backing through that position until he finally made it work. It's now 4-0, and Kelly has a lot of riding time.
Well, this is where they know Penrith. See, he started into that switch just a little bit too soon. Kelly still has the leg trapped up. He's not popping that thing there. He forced himself.
Now it's a reversal. So they've traded reversals here, and Kelly still leads by 2, 4-2. This is Iowa and Iowa State. It's 6-0 Iowa State after one match. A pin for Summit at 118 over Eglin. This is Kelly and Penrith at 126. We have Jeff Gibbons and Greg Randall next. Iowa Public Television from Hilton Coliseum. I'm Doug Brown with Chuck Patton, who for many years was coach at the University of Northern Iowa. Riding time, 2 minutes and 3 seconds for Kelly. Penrith is on top with about 20 seconds left to go in the second period.
Well, he put himself in this spot last time, and Kelly came across him. Now he jumped himself right back in there again. You can see Kelly trying to pull him down. Just didn't make it this time. You know, you can't take a leg here and try to do that too often because he feels where you're going. There's just not enough time for Kelly to get out here.
2.
Second period ends, 4-2. Riding time has slipped to about 1:42. Penrith has his choice this time, and he's going down.
You see, he starts that switch. Kelly's trying to hold on to the leg, but he blocked him from coming across with his knee. Then he scoots his hips on out. That's what he hasn't been doing on those earlier switches. He hasn't cleared his hips. Got to be able to have hip freedom in order to be able to make that. That hip freedom will get you out to the side.
There's Jim Gibbons looking at the beginning of the last period. Kelly starts on top. Penrith gets to his feet this time.
Now, he knows that he's got a switch, so he's trying to block the switch by shading him on this side. And it's Kelly's responsibility to put him back down. You know,
they go out of bounds.
Heard the referee counting. Now they want Penrith to get back to his feet so he can clear his hips and make that switch effective. That time Kelly just shifted over to the same side Penrith wants to switch on. So he might have to change off and go the other way.
Kelly has the leg in on Penrith. That riding time point makes a lot of difference, I'll tell you what. And Kelly is protecting that point. He's now more than 2 minutes ahead again.
Yeah, it's going to be a factor here, no matter what Penrith does.
3.
This eats up a lot of time. You hear the referee counting.
Stalemate on the legs.
2 of a kind, aren't they? They like to get in those legs and pour on the coals.
Eats up a lot of time, and not much is happening because both of them know.
You're pretty quick for putting the legs in unless you can use them.
And we heard right
5
there
minutes set. Top man,
what the referee's thinking. I'm going to call you for stalling if you keep doing that. See, neither man knows.
Stop it coming in.
Neither man can go anyplace because the other guy's got him blocked out.
Hilton Coliseum. We have about a minute and a half to go at 126 pounds. Now we're going to get a
Top man
warning.
is stalling. Top man is stalling. He's not returning him to the mat. He's holding on. Iowa, you're down.
First warning of the meet so far. Iowa State won the first match 6-0. It was actually a lead 6-0 on a fall by Summit. Mark Johnson, assistant coach, next to Dan Gable on the Iowa bench. Kelly gets the leg in again.
Well, he's done a good job of stopping Penrith and then blocking him, and Penrith hasn't reacted to the legs very well. It's like he doesn't know exactly where he wants to go, and it's given Kelly an opportunity to be effective here.
Stalemate.
Stalemate. Back to the center again with about a minute to go. It's very important for Iowa State to do well in these openings. They couldn't do better than they did at 118.
Oh, they got him right where they want him right now.
And they need
lead,
a win from Kelly to give themselves a chance, because there are some weights up higher that where Iowa is definitely favored. Now the referee's counting again. And Kelly is trying very hard to bring his bear into the mat.
He's in a real good position right here as long as he keeps the hips down. His hips.
And Penrith is trying to switch, or at least get out of bounds, I think, now with only a half minute left.
Well, even if he can just let him stay in here, even if he gets the reversal, it just eats up a lot of time. Good spot. A little more variety needed by Penrith.
Now let's set it up for you again. It's 4-2. It's a 2-point lead, but Kelly will have the extra point. It just say 5-2 because he has the riding time point. So Penrith has to get 3 points somewhere for a draw. And he's not tired.
He has him too tired to be effective with his moves, Doug.
But stalling can make a difference. Kelly doesn't want to get called for stalling. Potentially dangerous on the knee. But there are only 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's got this one in the bag.
Well, 5 seconds is 5 seconds.
Some things can happen.
Things happen, you know.
He's a cool competitor, though. He understands what he's got to do.
And there it is. With riding time, it's a 3-point win for Kelly. 5-2.